There's a particular kind of person who replays conversations, searching for the moment where the tone shifted. You feel things just a little deeper than others. A song, a shadow, a stranger's quick glance. It all lands inside. You pause before speaking, not because you are empty, but because you are sorting through 5 different complex answers. Sometimes, you feel a sudden, sharp ache of loneliness, even when you're in a room full of people. You have a rich, detailed inner world that few are ever invited to see. A private gallery of memories and daydreams. This sensitivity makes you feel too much for the world. And so you've learned to mask it, to seem simpler. But a part of you is still watching, waiting. A younger, smaller version of you, hidden just behind your eyes. Today we're not going to fix that part. We're going to meet it. This is about healing your inner child. The outside world demands performance. The notifications, the meetings, the endless, shallow noise. It's exhausting. You navigate this by wearing a competent, calm self. The one who answers emails and remembers birthdays. The psychologist Carl Jung called this the persona. It's the mask we present to be accepted, to function. But the mask is heavy, and the one wearing it grows tired. The real you. You retreat. You find safety in the quiet of your own space, with a book or just staring at the wall. This is not antisocial. It is self-preservation. You are recharging a battery that drains faster than others. In these quiet moments, the longing returns. A feeling that something important was lost or forgotten. This feeling has a name. It is the voice of your inner child. It's not a fantasy. It is a psychological reality, a living complex of memory and emotion. Jung called this the child archetype, a universal part of the human psyche, the part that is original and vulnerable. This child holds your capacity for wonder, the part that could be fascinated by rain on a window pane. It holds your creativity, the impulse to draw, to sing, to build things for no reason but joy. But it also holds your primary wounds. The first time you were told, don't cry. The first time you felt unseen, a parent, distracted, looking right through you. Or the time you were praised only for achieving, not for just being. These moments were not processed, they were stored. The child part of you froze in that experience. And now, as an adult, certain things trigger that frozen state. A hint of criticism, and you're suddenly that 5-year-old, afraid of being in trouble. A person pulling away, and you feel that raw, absolute panic of abandonment. That's not you, overreacting. That is the child within you, reliving its deepest fear right now. This is the root of perfectionism. If I do everything perfectly, I will finally be safe and loved. It's the root of people-pleasing. If I make everyone happy, they won't leave me. And it's the root of that imposter syndrome. They will find out I'm a fraud, which really means they will see the real me and reject it. Jung understood that these unhealed parts don't just vanish. They become the shadow. The shadow is everything we deny about ourselves. Our anger, our sadness, our vulnerability, and our child. We spend so much energy pushing this shadow down, keeping the child quiet in the basement of our psyche. But the child doesn't want to be quiet. It wants to be heard. Its screams become your anxiety. Its tears become your unexplained sadness. Its loneliness becomes your feeling of being disconnected from life, from yourself. Healing, in the Jungian sense, is not about getting rid of this child. It is about turning around, walking down the stairs, and opening that basement door. It's about kneeling, and for the first time, looking that small, scared part of you in the eyes, and saying the words it has always needed to hear. I see you. I'm here now. I'm not going to leave you. You are safe with me. This is the act of reparenting. You become the compassionate, stable adult you needed back then. It starts by noticing. When you feel that surge of panic, ask, who is feeling this? Is it the 30-year-old you, or is it the 6-year-old you? If it's the child, speak to it internally. I know you're scared. but I'm the adult here. I will handle this. This simple act of separation and validation is incredibly powerful. It builds internal trust. Think of a memory, a small one, a moment you felt foolish or ashamed. Perhaps you spilled milk and were scolded. You felt clumsy and wrong. The adult, you can revisit this memory, not to change it, but to add to it. Walk into that scene in your mind. Go to that small child. Put a hand on its shoulder. It's just milk. It's okay. You're not bad. You are allowed to make mistakes. I love you anyway. This is active imagination, a technique Jung championed. You are healing the past by engaging with it. You are retrieving the parts of your soul that got stuck. But this child is not only your pain. This is the most important part. Jung said, the child is the powerful, the unconquerable. Your inner child is also the source of your greatest gifts. That deep sensitivity you have, the way you feel everything, that is the child's openness. Your wild imagination, your ability to get lost in a story or a piece of music, that is the child's play. Your intuition, that gut feeling that tells you yes or no, that is the child's honest, unfiltered voice. When you heal this child, you don't lose these things. You reclaim them. You unhook your creativity from the need for approval. You unhook your vulnerability from the fear of abandonment. You learn to play again, not for a goal, just for the sheer, pointless joy of it. What did you love to do when you were 7? Draw, climb trees, make up stories. Go and do a small piece of that. Buy the crayons. Walk barefoot on the grass. This is not self-indulgence. It is psychological integration. It is feeding a vital part of yourself. When you feel drained by the adult world, that is your child telling you it has been ignored for too long. It needs 5 minutes of silliness, 5 minutes of staring at a cloud. This is the balance. The persona handles the world. The child renews the soul. Jung's ultimate goal was individuation, becoming a whole, indivisible self. Wholeness doesn't mean being perfect. It means integrating all your parts, the light and the dark, the competent adult and the vulnerable child. So, be gentle with yourself. The journey is not a straight line. Some days, the child will be loud and scared. That's okay. On those days, your only job is to be the calm presence, the anchor, to put a hand on your heart, take a breath, and whisper, "We're okay. I've got us." Because you do. You have survived every single day. You are resourceful. You are strong. And inside you is not just a wound. Inside you is a source of infinite renewal, waiting to be seen. That person who replays conversations, perhaps they're not broken. Perhaps they are just deeply thorough. The one who feels everything. Perhaps they are not too much. Perhaps they are just alive. Your inner child is not your enemy. It is your guide. Back to yourself. Back to wholeness. Listen to it. Honor it. And let it teach you how to live again. Fully. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a human to be held. And the most important hands to hold you are your own. This is the work, not of a day, but of a lifetime. A gentle, quiet return. The inner child is not lost. It has just been waiting, very patiently, for you to come home. Today, you took the first step. You listened. And in the quiet space that follows, you can feel it. A subtle shift, a little more peace, a little more you. The whole, complete, and beautiful you. The world is loud. It demands you be simple, easy to categorize, easy to consume. But you are not simple. You are a universe. You contain multitudes. You contain the competent adult who pays the bills, and the magical child who believes in wonder. You are not one or the other. You are both. This is integration. This is the profound gift of Jung's psychology. It doesn't ask you to cut parts off. It asks you to welcome them all to the table. The shadow, the child, the mask, the hero. To listen to all their stories. To see how they all tried to protect you in their own way. Your perfectionism was the child trying to earn love. Thank it for its hard work. Your anxiety was the child sounding an alarm. Thank it for trying to keep you safe. As you do this, they relax. The inner war starts to quiet down. The energy you spent fighting yourself is now free. Free to be used for living, for creating, for connecting, for simply being present in your own life. You don't need the world to understand your depth. You only need you to understand it, to honor it, to protect it, to give it space to breathe. The child within you is not a burden. It is your anchor to the real. It reminds you what matters: connection, play, honesty, and safety. Let it be your compass. When you feel lost, ask it, what do we need right now? Maybe the answer is a nap. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's just to cry. Do that, without judgment. That is the practice of profound self-love. You are not too sensitive. You are aware. You are not too quiet. You are observant. You are not too much. You are a deep and beautiful soul, learning to hold all of itself. Keep going. Be kind. The child is listening, and it is so grateful. That person, the one who replays conversations, is learning to hear their own voice. The one who feels the sharp ache of loneliness is learning to be their own best company. The one who pauses is not empty, but full of thought, of care, of depth. And that hidden part, the small watcher, it's not hiding anymore. It's standing with you, hand in hand, ready for whatever comes next. Not broken, not fixed, simply whole. And that is the most profound healing of all. The ache you feel is not a flaw. It is a memory asking for kindness. The tension you carry is not a failing. It is a story asking to be heard. Carl Jung's work was a map back to the self. It tells us the gold is not out there, in applause or approval. The gold is in the shadow, in the parts we rejected, in the child we left behind. When you go there, when you do this inner work, you are mining that gold. You are retrieving your own light, piece by piece. So, notice when you get small, when you feel the need to apologize for existing. That is the moment. That is the invitation. Pause, breathe, put your hand on your stomach, feel your own solid presence. I am here. I am safe. I am the adult. I've got this. You are teaching your nervous system, moment by moment, that the old danger is over. The war is over. You can come out of the bunker. This is what it means to heal. Not a sudden miracle, but 1,000 small, kind choices. Choosing to listen instead of ignore. Choosing to soothe instead of criticize. Choosing to see your sensitivity not as a liability, but as a superpower. The world needs people who feel, who notice, who pause. The world needs your whole integrated self, the wise adult and the magical child. So let them play, let them dance, let them rest. You're on the right path. You are doing the sacred work of becoming yourself. And that child inside you, the one who watched and waited for so long, it is finally safe. It is finally seen. It is finally home. This is not just a metaphor. It's a change in your neurology, a change in your life. When you comfort the child, you are literally calming your amygdala, your fear center. You are building new pathways of safety and trust. It may feel strange at first. This kindness, this internal dialogue, your old critic will show up. This is stupid. This is pointless. That critic is also a part of you, another protector. It's afraid that if you get soft, you'll get hurt again. Speak to it too. Thank you for protecting me. I'll take it from here. You are the conductor of this inner orchestra. Not every part needs to play loudly. You are just learning to bring them all into harmony. One practice to take with you is the non-dominant hand. Take a paper. Ask your child, what do you want to tell me? And let that clumsy, unfamiliar hand write the answer. It bypasses the adult filter. It accesses a different part of the brain. The answers may be simple. I'm tired. I'm scared. I want ice cream. Listen, acknowledge, and if you can, honor the request. Buy yourself the ice cream. Take the nap. This is how you rebuild trust, not with grand gestures, but with small, consistent acts of care. You are learning a new language, the language of your own soul. It is a quiet language, spoken in feelings, images, and gut instincts. The world will try to drown it out. Do not let it. Your inner world is as real and as important as the outer one. In fact, it is the inner world that creates the outer one. As you heal, your perception changes. The world feels less threatening. People's comments have less power. Your center is stronger. You are no longer a leaf in the wind, but a tree, rooted in your own truth. This is the promise of individuation. This is the gift of the inner child, embraced. It is a return to the wonder, the joy, the simple fact of being. The world didn't break you. It just showed you where you needed to heal. And that healing is a beautiful, private revolution. You are not starting over. You are integrating, becoming more you than you have ever been. The anxiety doesn't vanish forever, but now you know what to do. You know how to meet it, with kindness, with curiosity. Hello, old friend. What are you trying to tell me? This is the pivot, from self-rejection to self-connection. It is the most courageous journey anyone can take, and you are already on your way. You are here. You are listening. That is all it takes to begin. So, as we close, just take a moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the air on your skin. You are here. You are real. And inside you, there is a small, brave part that has survived everything. It is your resilience. It is your wonder. It is not your wound. It is your spark. Your only job is to protect that spark, to feed it, to let it grow just a little brighter every day. You don't need to be loud to be strong. You don't need to perform to be worthy. You just need to be. And you are. The person who pauses, the person who notices, the person who feels the echo of the past and has the courage to meet it. That person is you, and you are already whole. You are just remembering. Let this be a comfort. Let this be a quiet strength. The conversation with your inner child has begun. Let it continue. In the quiet moments, in the triggers, in the joy. It is all part of the path, your path. Be kind to yourself as you walk it. You are doing beautifully. And the child is finally, peacefully at home.